Let's get you up to speed on the other stories you need to know about. Tonight, there is a vigil scheduled for a Valley teenager who was killed in a crash just hours into the new year. This happened yesterday morning at 16th Street in Rozier. Phoenix police say Kelvin Allen was driving with 6 or 7 people in his Nissan Pathfinder. Allen told police he tried to pass a slow-moving car but clipped it. Then his Pathfinder crashed into a fence. 16-year-old Kenesha Sutton was ejected from the car. She was not wearing a seatbelt, and police do believe Allen was impaired.
I'm Tracy Potts in Washington, where there are still important decisions to be made about the president's impeachment trial. When will it start? Nancy Pelosi is yet to turn over those articles of impeachment. And will there be any witnesses? The president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, now says he is willing and ready to testify.
Hundreds of soldiers at Fort Bragg in North Carolina are heading to the Middle East. This comes just days after an attack on the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. About 3,000 more troops are preparing for possible deployments over the next several days. If you're now up to speed, you can always find the latest news at 12news.com and on the free 12 News app.